Bitcoin is right now fighting with the very last support we have before we are going much lower. And in today's video I have two very interesting data points that I want to show to you, which could really determine the price in the future for Bitcoin in the next couple weeks and months. That and more in today's video. If you like the content, as always, do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment or share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. And without further ado, let's start diving in. And I want to start off with Bitcoin because, like I said, we are fighting with the very last support. And what I'm then talking about is the value area low of this entire area. We are right here on the 4 hour. And you can see the price is right now trying to fight with that value area low. If we lose it, then we are heading lower. We are going to take out these lows. And as I said, then I'm looking here at the golden pocket for the first trade or the takeout of the liquidity for a second long trade. Nothing more, nothing less. Also something I want to share with you, and that is that I see a lot of, let's say, quote unquote influencers sharing this triangle pattern. Yeah, I can see it. It is on a very big time frame. We are respecting absolutely the top trend line, but this is not something that I would want to trade. The only thing that I do like to see, or at least what I'm like seeing right now, is that the bottom trend line is confluencing with that golden pocket, so we might see a bounce from there. Again, is this something I would actively trade? Absolutely not. I actually quickly want to zoom into a smaller time frame because yesterday I gave you a trade where I said, actually it would be nice if we're going higher, we're taking that point of control with the golden pocket and to then go lower. Well, as you can see, that trade, or at least that never gave you a trade because there was no reversal sign whatsoever. This also played out when I was asleep, so I was also unable to look at the price. But as you can see, that idea just completely faded. What you could have done is maybe taking the short from the weekend high. So where I'm putting my line right now, those were the weekend highs, went higher, took out the high and then went lower. So if you're in that short, congratulations. As I said, I was asleep at that time in my time zone, so I could not trade it at all. What are other trades that I'm now looking out for? Well, one could be a short from the VWAP if we are getting higher. And if else, it is maybe very locally here on a golden pocket or something, but then you're already reclaiming VWAP. As of for now, it looks very weak. So I would just be careful, stay on the sidelines. If we suddenly get a pump and we're taking out some liquidity, I might short it. Other than that, I would just let it grind. I'm actually more interested in the longs than I'm right now than in the shorts. But the only short I will take is maybe from that VWAP, and that's it. Okay, quickly head over then to two very interesting data stuff that I want to show you. This is Bitcoin on the 2 hour, and we're looking here Coinalyze, and we're having two other data graphs underneath, and that is the CVD, cumulative, very good, great, cumulative volume delta. It shows you, are there more longs or are there shorts, also known as CVD. And this is open interest, how many positions are there open. And as you can see, this whole way down, CVD is going lower. These are just short. People are shorting like crazy. Volume is going up, that means new positions. So these new positions are shorts. But we're seeing that Bitcoin not yet is making a lower low based on this. This is what we call a bearish CVD. You have heard me talking about this already a couple times. This right here is bearish CVD, and these lows right here are these lows. Whoop, let me quickly zoom out. Are these lows right here in the chart. I'll also quickly take the VWAP out. Those are these lows. So as long as we are not taking out these lows, then we still have bullish CVD. Once we are going lower and we're taking these lows, the bullish CVD is invalidated. Now, why am I saying this? And that is because, let's say, for whatever reason, I am wrong. We are not taking out these lows. We are turning for whatever reason and we're going higher. Then we can get a major short squeeze. And all of these people, they are shorting right here. They need to close out the position. And how do you close a short? By buying back. So then you get this major move to the upside, and then yeah, like I said, you can really get that short squeeze. I just want to mention it so that you are aware of it. I'm still leaning bearish. I still think we are going lower. But just in case I'm wrong and you suddenly see price spiking up, this is the reason. Bullish CVD, millions of positions need to close. Those are all short positions, and then you get this major move to the upside. That's it, nothing more, nothing less. One other thing that I want to show you, and that is the Bitcoin ETF in and out flow. Well, the first one here is EBIT. That is the one from BlackRock. And then we have the one from Grayscale, and this is in total. Well, you can already see in the last couple of days, there's a net outflow from all these Bitcoin ETFs. There is money leaving the space. That majority has to do with Grayscale selling off. But also something very interesting that we see is that BlackRock is buying, but they stopped buying since last week, Wednesday, and they haven't bought any Bitcoin since. Now let's entertain the scenario that BlackRock is buying, then they stop buying and suddenly they are going to sell off because maybe people want to get out of the ETF, so they need to sell off their positions. Then you have BlackRock selling off and you have the Grayscale ETF selling off. Then you will get a major outflow on a Bitcoin ETF, and therefore all these Bitcoins will be dumped at the market. If that happens, and I'm checking this every day, if that happens and BlackRock is starting to sell off on their Bitcoin ETF, forget about these two long trades. It's not going to happen. We are just going to dump much lower because BlackRock is so important in this whole Bitcoin ETF space that once they are starting to sell off, I think we can get a major dump, and these two long trades are just out of the window. The first and the only option that I'm then looking at is this area right here where we have talked about earlier this week, this tiny bunch here. That's approximately 53 to 52,000, or let's say 50,000. Let's see how price behaves, but for now that is very important. So I just want to sketch a few long and short opportunities that if we are squeezing, it is because of bullish CVD. If we are suddenly dumping and we're seeing that together with the outflow of the Bitcoin ETF from BlackRock, that is probably the reason. If we are just slowly going to this level and we're seeing a good bounce, I am taking the long from the golden pocket or from the liquidity level. That's it, nothing more, nothing less. If you trade these patterns, then I would say good luck, wait for the breakout and then just trade accordingly. Like I said, I am not trading these big patterns on such a high time frame. That's just way too big for me. I like to trade what is in front of me level to level on a daily basis and not on let's say almost a weekly basis. This is just way too big for me. As I said, right now value area low, it looks like we are losing it. The first option would then be for me to long the golden pocket. That'll be it for now. Short update. Hope that you like it. If you do, then please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both those links you will find in the description, and see you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.